The following is a premium update. I usually share those videos only within the premium membership, but this time I want to make it public simply to give an insight of what we discuss within the premium community. Today is the 27th of November 2023. Welcome to another premium update. Yesterday there was the premium Zoom call. Unfortunately, I cannot publish the recording of that Zoom call because I forgot to ask everybody that joined that they're okay with getting recorded. So I can't publish it this time, but there will be a new Zoom call every 2 weeks, and I will announce this, of course, in the premium news channel as well as in the premium fireside chat. So that's about the Zoom call. Let's start off this update with the general market. Not much has actually changed in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Total 3, the altcoin market. Not much has changed. So the focus again of this update will be analytics. It will be blockchain analytics. I did do some updates to the Dune dashboards. But first things first, let's look at the market. What we have here is Bitcoin with its best moving averages, the 124-day simple moving average here in turquoise, which is the most important one. We didn't see a lot of price movements in Bitcoin in the last few days, but we should still be betting on rising prices, even though the potential downside risk is roughly 20%. Even after a 20% drop, we would still be bullish on Bitcoin. Ethereum relative to Bitcoin didn't move much either. It's still in the support zone, right? We bounced off that obvious support. And I do think it's more likely than not that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin, at least in the short term. And the fundamental underpinning for this would be an ETF. We've already seen an ETF application on Ethereum by BlackRock. We've also seen something similar for Fidelity. Let's see if other asset managers follow suit. Next, we've got the stablecoin market cap, and that continues to increase pretty much every day. In other words, speculation in the altcoin market is likely going to continue to rise, right? People get into stablecoins in order to time the altcoin market, to turn risk exposure on and off. That's why you want to hold stablecoins. You simply don't just want to allocate to stables to get some return, some passive 3, 4, 5% per annum. For that, stablecoins are way too risky. But for active speculation, they're used very, very often. And so this increase in the stablecoin market, finally, after this 1.5 year dry period after the Luna collapse, where we simply just saw outflows, this turnaround is a positive sign. And so we are using this turnaround to look into altcoins a bit deeper. And we've now on the website 2 new links. We've got the token analytics tool and the wallet finder tool. Both of those are links to Dune.com. So once you click on this, you will see 2 different dashboards. Now, in order to use those dashboards, you have to sign up for Dune.com, right? This is a free sign up, but you have to do it. Otherwise, you simply just see details around the Rollbit token, but that might not be the most interesting thing in the world. So you have to use this actively, change the token address, change the blockchain name, etc. I've now split this up into one page simply for specific token analytics. If you want to analyze one specific altcoin, what are the whales doing versus what are the small potatoes doing? Who are the largest 500 holders and who are the people that traded this at the very beginning when it just got listed, right? This is potential for insider and team wallets that are not yet well known. So that's for the token analytics. And then for the wallet finder, we've got a search to find based on US dollar purchase amount and another search based on the number of tokens amount. So you enter the start and end date and then the minimum and the maximum, and you get all the transactions that happened during that time. I will refine this further because we do have duplicate wallets here. And it's not necessarily that interesting that one wallet made a lot of transactions. It's rather interesting to see the unique wallets, right? So that we don't have to click through this too much. So I will refine this further, and I will also add more ways to find wallets on those dashboards, on this specific dashboard in particular. And also I will add more statistics here on the token analyzer. So this is just the start. And whenever there is an update, whenever there is an improvement, I will share this here as well. There is actually already one improvement compared to the last update. We have now more chains. So there's also now Avalanche and the base chain. So the scaling solution on top of Ethereum issued by Coinbase, the base chain. This can be selected here now as well. Now I want to share a few interesting, potentially interesting tokens based on the SuperVerse altcoin, because the SuperVerse altcoin gets a lot of searches. 91 subscribers within less than a day. That's definitely above average. And of course, there are a lot of searches because the price of that token went up. So when the video was published, it was at 38 cents. Now it's slightly above this, 39.5 cents. But look at this rally in the last 30 days, right? Very, very significant. And so this generates, of course, a lot of attention. But then the question is, what's potentially the next SuperVerse? And I want to show how I use currently those tools. So for this particular token, SuperVerse, we see this massive, massive increase in price on the 25th of November at 5 p.m. Now this here is already adjusted to my local time zone. So this is now Hong Kong time. The wallet finder here works on UTC time zone. So what I try to do is I try to identify who bought just before this massive pump, maybe 1 or 2 days before the pump, right, when it already creeped up a little bit, who bought large amounts of the token during that time, because those people might have had some insights, right? Those kind of wallets might also have insights on other assets in the future. So when you do this and you go through many of those tokens, a lot of this is, of course, trading bots. But there's also this particular wallet that I found interesting. Created 279 days ago, seems to be mainly a holder wallet, not so much an active trading wallet, has quite a bit of Solana and Link, does not own the Super token anymore, but owns a lot of Wojak. So this would be the first token to potentially look at. We see Wojak in several of these kinds of wallets. So 2 ways to go about this, right? We could even track that wallet if we are that sure that this creates alpha. But let's first of all simply just look at the tokens we might consider. So Wojak would be the first. I'm not going to run the analyses on all of those individual tokens, but feel free to plug those addresses in yourself, right, in the token analyzer and have a look. What are the small guys doing? What are the whales doing? Are the whales now accumulating this more than the average? It's of course another meme coin. It's of course highly risky. But yeah, we saw somebody that made a lot of money with Super. That person is now holding Wojak. So first interesting bit. The next table that I looked at is the wallets that bought the SuperVerse token very early on when it was just listed. And I clicked again through a lot of those wallets and had a look what kind of real trader wallets are there. So you do want to filter out, say, the centralized exchange wallets that have like hundreds of millions of dollars in them. You also want to remove all the wallets that are bots, etc. So simply just the holder wallets that bought the Super token early on and obviously made a lot of money. And then I found, looking through that table, 3 different wallets. This one still holds a lot of Super, 400,000 worth of it. It also holds some injective, but the main major position that caught my attention is here, Earn, 240,000. So besides Super, a lot of Earn holdings. I've never heard of Earn before. I think this might be worth investigating as well. So we've got now Wojak and we've got Earn. Next wallet I found was a multi-sig wallet. Has been around for quite a while. So this could potentially be a project treasury and not just an individual trader. But besides Super, which is also held $400,000 worth of the token, it holds a lot of LCX as well. Sandbox is probably not that interesting, but I've never heard of LCX, so maybe also worth looking at. So I'm simply just looking at potential tokens now that we can analyze all together, and maybe in the Telegram chats come to a conclusion whether or not to jump on any of those. Next wallet, 2.9 million worth, has more Naka than Super. We actually see this in another wallet very soon as well. So Naka, SCLP, TLM, and Alice are very strong positions as well. We could go further down, but let's just stick with those first. Especially Naka might be interesting. SCLP and TLM weren't that big, so let's simply just look at Naka as well. Wojak, Earn, LCX, and Naka. 3 more wallets. This one has 500,000, has a lot of Prime, so more Prime than Super. Another interesting token potentially. Next wallet has a lot of Naka as well. Also owns Super, also owns Beam. Beam went very, very well recently, mainly because of Alex Becker shilling. Owns Naka, but here another coin that a lot of people don't have on the radar that I don't know about is Dubbz. So put this on the list as well. And here, besides Super, we've got one that's larger, which is Sidus. So this guy has 1.3 million in his wallet. and 200,000 of that is in Sidus or Sidus. I'll send all of those token addresses in the premium chat, and then we can plug them in, of course, in our analyzer. We can have all kinds of different looks at them. I think this is a good start. Looking very much forward to your feedback. If you get 1 or 2 tokens out of that list that the majority of the community agrees on to really look deep into, then let's have a deep dive and I will look at the team, the tokenomics, the token printing over time, etc. And maybe we can come to an agreement even what to buy. We could buy several of them, or we can simply just buy 1 or 2. So if you find the content in this video valuable, feel free to check it out. The premium membership link is down below, thebitcoinstrategy.com.